Hi guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, which I'm assuming it's not if you're watching this video, my name is Leia. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Now, I know I haven't talked to you guys in a very long time. If you do follow my Instagram, thank you. I'm actually not even as active on my Instagram as I feel like I used to be. I feel like social media in general, I'm just not as active anymore for my own reasons, which I might get into this video a little bit, but I wanted just to sit down and connect with you guys for a little bit and just thank you for continuing to stick around. I do get messages on my Instagram, people asking me like, when am I gonna come back? Have I filmed? And I really haven't, guys. And I've wanted to sit down for a while now and film like just a hi, not really an update video, but just to say hi and like, where have I been? What is the future of this channel? Stuff like that. Am I a flight attendant? I get that all the time. And I wanted to cover that in this video. I don't want this video to be forever long. I'm shooting for like 15 minutes or less. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. All right, so I wrote down about 8 questions that I wanted to cover that I have actually been asked a lot. And I wrote them on my phone, so if I am looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. And I hope I don't look at the viewfinder, guys. I feel like an amateur YouTuber again, and I feel like I will be looking at the viewfinder, and I don't want to. With my new camera, which is the Sony a6700, the viewfinder is on the side, whereas with the 6400, which I used to have, it was on top, like it flipped up. And I kind of missed that because you couldn't really tell when I was looking at the viewfinder. I mean, I could because I knew, but like for the most people who probably watch, if you're not really familiar with cameras, you couldn't tell that like, I would like look up, but here it's so much more noticeable. Anyways, sorry guys if I look at the viewfinder, but I'm gonna keep it going because I tend to ramble. Oh, and I have my water if I drink water throughout the video. Just good old H2O with a lot of ice. I love, love, love ice. Anyways, where have I been, guys? So you obviously know that I have not been flying as much. I have been a homebody. I've been here at the house. Doesn't mean that I'm lazy, guys. I am so busy every single day. It takes a lot to hold up a house, and I just been doing a lot of things behind camera. I pretty much cook every day. I do all the basic like house stuff, like housewife stuff. Like I cook, I go to the grocery store, I clean, I take care of my dogs. If you guys have dogs, you know that that can be like a full-time job, especially Winter. Winter is now a little over 7 months old. I know a lot of people have asked about Winter, and I haven't shown her as much, but I do show her on my Instagram, and she's like became the best dog. That's actually another point that I had was Winter. She's literally like the absolute apple of my eye. She's like the dog in my heart. I'm like obsessed with her, and I know she's obsessed with me. She's becoming a really, really good dog. Over the summer, we've taken her to the beach a couple of times, and she's just awesome. I can't explain it. And she loves playing with her toys. She's becoming almost a good guard dog. She sleeps throughout the night. She loves her food. She loves her toys. They love their treats. And I'm talking about Cindy too. I'll get to Sin in a little bit. But Winter's just been the best. Like the first month was really hard, but after that, she's been awesome. She's grown into a great, almost grown adult-sized dog, and she's not very big, which I love. If you guys knew Jack, if you've been here since the Jack days, my baby, he was massive. Jack weighed at the most 120 pounds, which was massive. Winter is about 40 pounds, which I'm being honest is the best thing I could have asked for. I love Goldens, but I didn't really want like a beast or a horse. My mom would always call Jack a horse, and I can still pick her up if I need to pick her up. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's heavy, but not like unmanageable. You know, it's just that she's got those long legs. But she's been awesome. And maybe I'll show you guys a little bit. She's playing, and I think she might actually be asleep under the coffee table. She loves the coffee table, and she loves to sleep under there. But she's been awesome. My whole family loves her. She's like, again, the apple of our eye, and we absolutely love her. But going back to my first question, where have I been? I've pretty much been trying to decide my life recently. I'll continue to get into that, but I want to cover more topics before I get into that. And I've been trying to go on like a self journey of finding myself. Like, I am 35 years old now. I turned 35 in May. So I'm officially geriatric and I'm like a woman. I feel like when you turn 35, you're put into that new age bracket, and I definitely feel it. I am like, I look at myself in the mirror and like, I still look young and I'm youthful, but like, I'm not that younger generation anymore. Like the Gen Zs, the young 20-year-olds. I've definitely moved more into like my womanlyhood, which I'm super happy with. Me and Andrew were having the talk about how I'm so happy the time that I was born and raised. I was born in 89, so I was pretty much the 90s baby. And it was just the era of like pre-social media, pre-internet. Like, you would go and play outside. You didn't grow up with social media. You didn't have a phone. It was truly a great time. And you got to see the transition with cell phones and the internet and the movement. And I think I just grew up in a great era. And so even though, yes, I would love to be more youthful, a part of me, I don't. I'm really happy in the stage that I'm in. I'm just trying to capitalize on my life now and what's the best life for me moving forward. And like everybody else, I just want to be happy and healthy and have a blessed life, a blessed family, lots of laughter, lots of love. That's really all I'm looking for in my future. And so what is the road to get there, like everyone else? So my journey for like self-finding, self-love, I've been trying to do like my 10,000 steps a day, like 10,000 steps a day. You guys know what I mean. I've been trying to do that. I've definitely been trying to close all my rings on my Apple Watch, and I just try to eat as healthy as I can, but I love a good sweet treat. And so I try to not to indulge a lot, but I love treating myself, and I'm not on any strict diet, but I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. We're definitely in that self-care era. I am in an era where like I don't care to please that many people. I'm trying to please myself because I've always been a people pleaser, and I've always felt like I've put my needs last. And I'm in the era of my life where I'm trying to listen to myself and my gut, my intuition, my heart, and let it all speak to me and like kind of come together and just make myself overall happy. I'm tired of trying to please everybody and worry about what people think of me. And I'm at the point like, if it doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve me, and move on, or just do things that I'm truly happy about. Now, another thing I wanted to cover, which this is going to pretty much cover most of like the topic today, is am I still a flight attendant? And the answer is yes. Most people who are not in the industry will not understand the industry, that it is very flexible, or it can be. Summertime is usually really hard for flexibility, and so is holidays. Pretty much any high peak travel like spring break, Thanksgiving, summer, the flexibility is not as much, but any other time you usually have a pretty flexible job where you could work as much as you want or not work as much as you want. So yes, you're considered a full-time flight attendant, but doesn't mean you're flying full-time hours. And because I don't do medical insurance with my work, now I'm married. Andrew and I got married last year. I am now on Andrew's medical insurance, so I do not have to complete. I mean, I could, but I choose not to. I could if I wanted to, if I needed the insurance, which we do have really good insurance, by the way. But I am on Andrew's insurance, so I don't, which he has really good insurance too, which I don't need insurance with my company, so I'm choosing to not fly our minimum required hours. So yes, I am a flight attendant, but I'm not flying minimum hours or minimum required hours to hold like medical benefits. I just fly when I can. I've also the last couple of months been dealing with a lot of medical issues, which has made me not fly as much as maybe I wanted to, but I'm dealing with that like on the side. But overall, I will say I'm a blessed person and God's always taken care of me, but my medical issues have always been long going, and I just try to take care of them and stuff. I am healthy, and that's all I can say about that. But I have gone through a roller coaster of like different emotions these last couple of months. But overall, I have had a good summer. I've gone to work a couple of times, but I have not recorded. I did recurrent, which I didn't record. I had to do another training where I went up to work, didn't record. I just did a couple of trips. I have not recorded them. Not because I don't want to, it's just that I really wanted to sit down and do this video first before I just went out on a trip and just acted like nothing has happened, or like that I have not posted, because you guys do deserve an explanation to an extent, like, because I'm sure you guys have your favorite YouTubers. I have my favorite YouTubers, and I always just wonder about their life, you know? I'm sure I will record in the future another FA vlog, but I just haven't, and I don't want to feel like forced to do something that my heart is not in it. If I'm like truly exhausted or I'm just barely hanging on to get through the trip, sometimes it's really hard to just pull out a camera and pretend like everything is okay when you just don't feel it. And that's kind of like where I'm at with that. I am still a flight attendant. In terms of longevity of my career, I just don't know, guys. Again, I just feel like I'm such a different person than I was when I started the job when I was like 24 years old. Your life changes, and I don't know where my future is going, but I will try to hold on to the job as long as I can. I've worked so hard to get to where I'm at. I'm about to reach like my 10-year flying anniversary soon. And I love the travel benefits, but I don't know what the future holds. Only God knows. And I just have been doing a lot of self-reflecting, and what does my future look like? I don't know. I'm taking it like trip by trip. I'm trying to see like what are the best things that I could fly. And the commuting, you guys know that commuting just always gets to me. It gets to me a lot, actually. Excuse me. The commuting is definitely the hardest part of the job. Now, I'm not sure, like, do I see this long term, this career? I always wanted to be a flight attendant long term. I hope I can do it long term. I don't know. I do know that God always has something in store for you. Like when one door closes, another door opens. And I know 1000% that that is true, because before I started flying, I had another job that I was so afraid to let go of. And when I finally departed that job, it opened my career or my life to flying, and the flying has been the best thing that's ever happened to me in the last 10 years. So who's to say if I were to let this go that there would be something else that's more amazing in my future, which there very well could be. So the grass isn't always greener, but maybe not that it is, or maybe there's something else better for me out there. So in terms of long-term career, I don't know. It's not that I'm not happy. It's just that I just feel like I'm a little bit different of a person than I used to be. I'm trying to make it work to keep flying, but I just don't know. We all change as people. Now, in terms of this channel, what do I want to see for this channel? You guys know that I've always used my YouTube channel as just a way to connect, and I've never had a lot of friends, and so I use this as a way to self-express myself. I love looking back on memories, and that's why a lot of times my videos are like 45 minutes to an hour long when I'm doing a trip, because I like it like a home video. It's a place where I can store my home videos, and if you guys love watching or love seeing my friends and love seeing my family or my dogs, like it just makes me happy. So I do continue to still upload on this channel. I always say I do want to upload more, but if I feel like I don't like the content, or I'm just throwing out a video just to have a video, I don't want to be doing that. And so every time people are like, oh, welcome back, Leigh, and I'm like, oh, like, don't tell me welcome back, because I don't want to feel like I'm letting you guys down because I might not post again for another month. I just want to post what I want to remember on my channel, and just something that I feel like could either be like exciting, beneficial, or just maybe something I think that you'd want to see. But I don't want to post a video that's like inauthentic. Guys, I'm using big words that I don't even know. To myself. I just want to be happy with my content and like be filming and be like, I really like that. I want to post it. I just don't want to post like nonsense. So I do plan on still having this channel. How much I'm going to post, I don't know. And I have a TikTok, guys, but I don't really see myself posting on TikTok, because I do want to dedicate most of my time to YouTube. I love YouTube, and if I'm going to do any type of social media, it's going to be YouTube. TikTok to me is like, I love seeing TikToks for like the funniness, but to be a TikTok creator, it's just not in my cards. So if you guys ever want to see me, again, Instagram is where it's at. Like, but even then I have pulled back on Instagram, just because I feel like a lot of times, you know, everyone's constantly like looking at you and no one really interacts with you, and you just feel like everyone's kind of like a lurker. And I kind of was at the point where I'm just like, if I'm not going to post, I'm not going to post. If I'm going to post, I'm going to post. And sometimes I get just too in my head about social media, and I think it is very toxic, and I think it is just, it's just a lot. So I'm definitely not a full-time creator or anything like that. I do it for fun. I do whatever pleases me, and that's what I see for the future here, or the future of my Instagram. I'm not a full-time content creator, nor do I think I ever want to be. I'm being honest. Social media is just, it's a different level of stress, and I just don't want that in my life. Again, this is something maybe I wanted like 5 years ago, or like 5 to 10 years ago. But now going forward, like, I just want peace and happiness. And I know creators can make a great living, but the amount of time they put into it and the amount of stress, the amount of exhaustion and mental health that goes into it is a lot. And I don't think that's something that I want for myself. So I do thank you guys for staying with me, for loving me, for being interested in me. I'm still the same person. I love my life. I'm just trying to figure it out like everyone else. Like, is it Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus? It's like, I'm just an ordinary girl. You know, sometimes I'm crazy. I get bored. I feel ignored. I feel happy. I feel silly. I choke on my own words. Okay, that's how I feel. I'm just an ordinary girl. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about Cindy. So Cindy, my baby love, my heart, my everything. She's still here. Sin is just in her old grandma era. She's losing teeth. Have you guys ever had a dog that has lost their teeth or losing their teeth? Cinna's probably about like 12 years old. She was probably about a year younger than Jack, maybe a year and a half younger than Jack. And Jack never lost his teeth, but Cinna's starting to like lose her teeth, and I've never had that happen. And I'm like, oh my God, like, for one, I really wanted to go get a cleaning for her this year or next year with the vet. But now that I'm noticing that she's losing teeth, I don't even know what to do. So if you guys have ever had dogs that lost their teeth, like, what causes that? Or can you recommend anything? And I just feel like bad. I never really thought she was that old, but she is becoming a really old grandma. She just sleeps all the time. And I know, like, on my Instagram, I show a lot more Winter than I show Sin, but that's only because Winter is just young and thriving and, like, in your face. Whereas, like, Sin is just, like, leave me alone. She's in her grandma era, and I love that for her. But she still, like, loves her walk. She loves to run. She's gone to the beach with us, too. And she's just here, and she's thriving, and we love her, and she's just loving life, too. So a lot of the things that I've been doing lately are like my plans for the future. Like, I've actually really been loving photography lately. I don't know if I would ever like take it seriously to like do it as a career, but it's just a great hobby of mine. I've been loving like editing on Photoshop and Lightroom, and I don't know, it's something to me that I think that I could be really good at if I like took classes, or just I've been self-teaching myself on YouTube a lot. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I'm still really into like makeup and skincare. I feel like I look forward to like doing my makeup today, which I did do my makeup today, if you guys can tell. Andrew and I are going to our niece's birthday party tonight. That's why I'm like semi-dressed. I just gotta have to change a little bit. But I'm waiting for Andrew. The party's at 6. It's currently about 4 o'clock. I'm hoping I can get this edited to maybe go up tomorrow or the next day. It's gonna be at like a bounce place, and that's why I got ready. What else? Like I said, I've just been into like cleaning and cooking and just doing like normal, regular life. I do have another trip coming up, the week coming up, so I have to like get ready for that. My plans for my future, honestly, is just, I gotta just figure out my life like everyone else. I think we're all on the same stage, just trying to figure out like our lives. But I just want to stop putting a lot of pressure on myself and just actually live, you know? We don't get this time back and our years back, and I know we want to like capitalize. I was getting thirsty. I know we want to capitalize our time, and we feel like we need to like have everything planned and all of our ducats in a row, and sometimes we have to just realize that we can step back and just enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always have to like be a machine. The amount of anxiety and stress that I always feel like because I'm not doing enough, or I'm not being enough, or I feel like a failure, and I'm tired of feeling like that. And I just want to be happy, and I just want to please myself, and I just don't want to care what other people think. As long as I'm happy, and like I feel like Andrew's happy with me, and like we're able to make a good living, then that's really all I want. I've always just wanted a quiet, calm life, and somehow I just decided to put my life on the internet. You here we are. But our futures, I just want to be happy. And I know I'm still young for some reason. I don't know, but 35 is young when I really think about the span of a life. But then I don't feel that young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to almost like middle age. I feel like middle age, me and my sister have this debate all the time. I feel like middle age is something like 42 to 45. Because I think most people live, if you can live to like 80, which I think is very, very doable to live to 80, middle age will be 40. But I think especially like now, I think people live to about like 85. So I would say, I think personally like 42 to 45 is like middle age. So I feel like within like the next 8 to 10 years, I'll be middle age. And I think we just put too much pressure on ourselves that we have to be doing the most or making the most money or doing the most trips. And I do want to travel more. It's just, you guys know this, the world we're in right now, just the economy just sucks, you know, and Andrew definitely works a lot. We don't really have trips planned, I'm being honest. I know we really wanted to try to do a cruise. We've never done one, but something like small and sweet, like short, not small, short and sweet, just to test it out. I'm worried like the motion may get to me. So I don't want to do anything too long that I won't like, or spend a lot of money that I'm going to regret. Like I want to start off like dip my tippy toes and start off small. I really know we want to do another Disney trip. We have not gone to Disney in so long. I'm actually jealous because this week is D23 and I wanted to go so bad. I feel like this is going to be a big year for D23, which is kind of like a big convention for Disney. They do a lot of announcements. I can't wait for the parks panel, which is on Saturday at 7 p.m. Like whether there's going to be any new things happening in the park, a new ride, a new land, a new theme park, whatever. I can't wait for that. Just all those announcements. As a big Disney girly, which I'm still like, it has my heart. I just don't like the direction the company is going. And I just hope that it can get turned around. And it's just really expensive and to go to Disney. Like for me and Andrew, for 2 people, a one-day ticket, we're easily going to spend close to $500. But anyways, I'm going off topic, guys. And I feel like at this point, I don't even know what I was talking about. Maybe I was talking about travel. I know we were like talking about like, what do we want to do next year? But again, like even if I am still with this job and the flight benefits, like traveling is still really expensive. So we'll see what we can do. But I'm going to end up letting you guys go. I'm actually not gonna show you guys Winter. I wanted to, but she's asleep and I don't want to wake her up. I can tell she's asleep because I can hear her and she loves again to sleep under this coffee table and I know she's asleep, but she will be in future vlogs. But I wanted to say thanks guys for being here and I am okay. Again, follow my Instagram if you want to connect more and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.